Hello, and welcome to the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show. Ishonda and I are your senior care hosts and the senior care experts. Before we go any further, I want Ishonda to let you know who we are because we have new viewers chiming in every single time. So we want to tell them who we are.
Yes, we are the senior care experts. We are registered nurses. We love to tell our story, how we got into senior care, which was our grandmother. Our grandmother was our very first client. We started doing in-home care. We have grown our business over 15 years now.
Yes.
To doing in-home care, adult day care, personal care homes, and transportation services for seniors. We sold that in-home care business in 2019 for 7 figures, and now we have pivoted, and now we are your coach, we're your experts, we're your mentors, helping individuals start their own senior care business. And we do that through our coaching program, our mastermind. We also have turnkey solutions for individuals that want to start personal care homes. And we have a 6-week coaching program. So again, we're your senior experts here on tonight.
So now that you know a little bit about who we are, let me tell you what the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show is all about. So Ishonda and I, we have created an intimate space for aspiring and current entrepreneurs who want to start a senior care business. But not only a senior care business, any entrepreneur is welcome here at the Green Table Talk because we talk about a variety of topics that can help you in your business. So let me introduce our third episode that we're so excited about, how to find grants and funding for your business. Who's not ready for that?
Oh my God. I always say this is like the number one question, but I think this is the number one question. How do we find grants?
Yes. So before I introduce our speaker on tonight, let me check in and see who we have on tonight. Let's see. Karen, hello. Emily, hi. Veronica, yes, you all chime in. We want to know where you're checking in from because we know that the Green Table is worldwide. So drop where you are viewing us from because we want to know. Hi, Ava. Hi, Marcia. Hi, to Kenya. Hello. We're so excited to have you on tonight. We have Georgia in the house representing. Americas is in the house. Hometown. Hello.
Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Tampa, Florida in the house. All right, y'all come on in.
Okay, South Carolina representing. Georgia is representing very well. North Carolina. We have Camilla, our neighboring city in the house. Awesome. Virginia's in the house. New Orleans in the house. What's up, Virginia Beach? I am so excited. I'm telling you, when Ishonda and I were talking about the senior care Green Table Talk, we knew that this was what the people were looking for. We want to share our knowledge. We want to share our expertise. We want to bring people in and help you in your business. Are you ready? New Jersey's in the house. Okay. All right. Well, without further ado, let me see. Let me introduce our speaker on tonight. Let me see. Let me get it right.
She's ready. She's been ready.
Oh, yeah. So you will hear from our special guest, Teresa Pelham. She's the founder and the CEO of the Grants Boutique LLC. Ms. Pelham is a grant and funding strategist for nonprofit and for-profit businesses and organizations. I'm not going to go all in detail. Ms. Pelham, welcome to the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. And I am so honored to be here to talk about one of my favorite things, which is grants. So,
all right. Well, we're going to jump right in. Go ahead and give the viewers a little bit more about your background, and tell us how you got into the grant arena.
all right. So I have just tell you a little bit about myself. I have 10 years as a federal grant reviewer of experience. I have 4 years of grant research and writing experience, and I've taught 5 grant courses for Cengage Learning, like it's currently named Ed2Go. And also I'm a grants coordinator on a $4 million federal grant now. So I know a little bit about grants. So, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So I got into the field. I kind of fell into the field as a grant reviewer. I started reviewing grants to make extra money for my children's Christmas presents. So
Wow.
when I started, I did not know I was going to be a grant professional. So I found out that the grants fit my skills as a researcher and as a writer. And so I took a few courses to improve my skill level, and I gained a mentor, and here I am, totally in love with what I do.
Wow. Well, welcome to the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show.
Yes.
We are excited to have you. Our viewers, they're chiming in, they're ready, they're watching, eyes open, ears open. Viewers, can you say, I'm ready? I want to check in and make sure you are there, you are ready, you are listening to hear all the tea that we're going to spill on tonight, because we like to know about grants. We thought grants wasn't available for our business. And so Miss Teresa has been schooling us. And so we want to help, we want to share the information.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're ready?
I think we're ready.
All right, so let's get started. We have our first question here on tonight, Teresa. Our first question is, just tell us, what are grants? Like, I know a lot of people think, grants are free or free money, or, I think there's a lot of, I think there are a lot of questions around just what are grants. Can we start there?
Oh, yeah. So a grant is like a subsidy. It can be in cash or in kind. And it's bestowed upon a government or other organization called a grantor for a specified purpose to an eligible recipient, which is called a grantee. So grants are usually conditional upon certain qualifications as to the use, the maintenance of specified standards, or proportional contributions to the grantor or other grantees. So basically, grants are money, but with anything, it's not free. You have to do something as well to comply with the grant or the funder.
Got it. Okay. So typically when someone hears the word grants, the assumption is that funding is for nonprofit organizations. Mm-hmm. Is there grant funding for profit organizations also?
There is. There are opportunities for small businesses and startups in the for-profit grant market. It's just a matter of knowing where to look. So there are federal and state grant programs, foundations, corporations like FedEx, HP, as well as small business organizations like the National Association of the Self-Employed. They offer grants. And also, as a for-profit, you can partner with a nonprofit if that nonprofit needs your services. I know of an organization that profit with the school district. So the school district gets the grant, but they funnel the money to the for-profit for the services that they provide.
Interesting. You just said that, Teresa, when we met you, and I think when we found out about your services and we scheduled a call with you and we were telling you about our business, and we was like, well, we're a for-profit. And throughout the conversation, we told you, well, we have a nonprofit too, that's just sitting there with dust on it. And so after we got through talking to you, we decided we're going to dust that nonprofit off. And like you said, partner with our for-profit business. That's another nugget on tonight,
Oh, yeah.
how you can partner with yourself. So anyway, thank you for being enlightening to us, because that was something that we really didn't realize, a tool we had in our toolbox. We didn't realize that we could use. So thank you for that.
So viewers, if you have any questions, I see some questions coming in, but if you have any questions for Miss Teresa while we're on, please drop them in the chat and we're going to answer those questions here tonight live. So definitely drop your questions in the chat and we will answer them.
Yes, yes. All right. Do we want to answer any questions now, or should we keep
Let's
going?
see. We have one. Miss Teresa, they want to know, do you have experiences on doing a HUD grant?
I do. My team does. What I do is we have a group of grant writers that we work with. And so I basically do federal grants. So I work with HUD grants, maybe like the USDA grants. I've done some early Head Start grants. So any federal, I've done HRSA, which HRSA for mental health and mental health agency. So I am like the federal grant person. And then I also do state and foundations, but we also I have colleagues and other people that I work with. So whatever you need as a grant writer, we can do it for you.
I have a question. What is a HUD grant? I'm not quite sure what that is.
HUD is the housing agency. And I'm having a senior moment right now. But it's the housing agency grant, and where you can use it for a lot of the low-income housing, or sometimes they have grants for specialized housing, like for seniors. They have group homes. Sometimes you can get grants for that. So that's HUD, and it is a federal agency.
Got it. All right. Good information.
Oh my goodness, the questions are coming in. Let's see.
Let's do one more.
What is the likelihood of getting a grant and it being approved?
It depends. It depends on the agency, if it's a federal, state, or foundation. And it depends on how you wrote the grant. You know, if you have if you read the NOFO and put everything in the grant that is required, and then you have a good chance. But for an example, we have I'm working with the ed department doing the ed grant. We have 1,600 applications. They're only going to give 100 grants. So you have to have that competitive edge to make sure you have everything in there. You have to be meticulous when providing information that the grant provider asks for. And you have to write your grant to set it apart from others. I call it magic sparkle. What is your magic sparkle that sets you apart from other organizations? So we kind of, in my company, we kind of help you find your magic sparkle.
That's good information.
Well, if you want the magic sparkle, you viewers, the Grant Boutique LLC.
All right. Our next question is, what are qualifications for profit organizations that they need to meet? You kind of touched on it already, to increase the odds of securing your grant funds. I think you touched it, but just clarify.
Yeah, you just got to be meticulous when providing the information that the grant provider asks for. You have to really and truly understand what the funder is asking for. And then you got to also have or develop a strong organizational foundation. That's the first step in becoming grant ready. You have to have like updated documents, like your strategic plan, your make sure your financial audits are up to date. So there's a lot to go into a grant, but you also have to have a description of your organization. That includes your history, reason for existing. So it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into a grant.
So with you saying that, because I see a couple of questions in the chat asking for grants for startup. These are new businesses, and are there grants available for new businesses, or is it just for individuals who have been in business for a while?
Oh, no, it's not just for individuals. You can do a startup grant, but the thing is, with a startup grant, I always tell startup entities, think of a project that you want to do for your business. Say like you want to provide after school, or provide jobs to high schoolers. That's just an example. And so you need to think, okay, this is my project. Let me go for a grant that'll fund this project, because you don't really have any organizational background to go on. So you need to really hone in on what you're providing. What is the program design? What are the services that you have to do? But there are grants out there. There are a few of them out there for startups, but there are grants out there for startups. But if you're a startup entity, I would tell you to think about the project or the services that you're going to provide, not just the overall company, because you haven't developed any history yet.
Great.
That's really good, Teresa, because I see people here asking, can they get a grant for their personal care home to assist with their clients with their stay? And the big question is, like Jessica just asked, for people who are starting up business. So I hear you saying that that they should be looking for grants for a project. For example, in senior care, maybe you want to do a food drive for seniors, or some kind of educational resource drive for seniors, doing things like that and tapping into grant funding.
Right. Until you develop your organizational history, because once you get that grant, you have to do management. And funders going to look at you to see if you are managing that grant well, so you can go out and apply for more. So that's what I would do. If you're a startup, think about the services that you have, think about the products that you can do, and then go for a grant for that.
Okay.
That's a gem.
That is a gem.
That's a gem.
Jess, you want to give us a question from the audience?
Okay. So Toby has a question. For nonprofits, are there any sites that they can view to make it easier to find grants?
Yes, they are. There are various. There are various search engines that you can go on to. Like Grant Watch, grants.gov is the site where you go for all, like most of your federal grants. You can go there. You can go, you can Google, but if I wouldn't, if you're not an experienced researcher, Googling grants, you have to make sure you have the correct keyword to find it. So, but there are places, your local library should have a directory of all the foundations. If you got a library card, then you have the directory. You can go in there and look. So there are places that you can go find. Even your bank. Did you know Wells Fargo have a foundation? If you bank with Wells Fargo or Bank of America, they have foundations, and they give out grants through that. So there are a lot of places for you to find grants.
Interesting. Do we want to have another question from the audience?
Let's see. Tuesday has a question. She wanted to know, can two companies go in together to seek a grant? Or I know I've heard where one company get a grant and then they maybe partner with other agencies after they receive the grant. So maybe you can speak a little bit on that, Ms. Teresa.
You can collaborate, and funders love collaboration because they want the biggest bang for their bucks. So if you are two entities, you can collaborate and get a grant. The key is whatever entity or whatever partner you're going to have, it has to be in that grant. You can't get a grant and then just say, oh, I have some money, I want to partner with you. you have to write your partner within the grant. So that's where planning comes in. You have to plan for grants. You can't just, say, I want this partner and we're going to do this. I got this money. No, you have to put who you're going to partner with in the grant proposal.
Awesome.
Good, good. All right. Our next question is, can anyone write a grant, or should organizations seek professional advice or services from someone such as a grant writer? What would you say to that?
Okay, I'm just going to tell you, only 8% of grant proposals receive funding. 8%. So there's a lot of time, research, and energy that can go into applying for a grant. So you can write it yourself, but grant applications, not even the federal ones, grant applications can take an average of 15 to 25 hours or more to write. A federal grant application can take up to 200 or more hours to complete. So hiring a grant professional can save you time, so you can spend your time focusing on the rest of your business. And plus, not every grant is worth pursuing. So while a grant may look good to you on the surface, a professional grant writer may see something in the criteria or in the eligibility that if you reduce your chances of receiving the grant or make you ineligible for the grant.
Okay. All right. Our next question is, and then we'll take one from the audience.
Okay.
What is the secret to successfully submitting a grant proposal and being awarded grant funds? What's the secret to that?
The secret to let me see. Should I share my secret sauce? I don't know if I want to share my secret sauce. But just align with the funder's mission and values. Make sure you align with them. Here's one of my little grant secrets that I am sharing with you. Before applying for any grant, take the time to look through the grant giving organization's website, their social media, their blogs, browse through the news about their work, look at their newsletters, because this will let you know who they are funding. So that's the secret, one of my secret sauces.
Yeah. Thank you for that secret sauce.
But listen, viewers, if you want a grant writer, a certified grant writer, you need to contact the Grant Boutique, because we're going to spill some of the tea. We can't give you all the tea.
Can't give it all.
So, but if you want all the tea, you can contact Miss Teresa Pelham at the Grant Boutique, and we'll be sharing her contact information, because I did see that earlier in the comments. How can you get in contact with Miss Teresa? We will be sharing that. So stay tuned.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, let's take a question from the audience.
Okay. How long, and this is for Tuesday, how long does a grant take to get approved? I think I asked this question too when we were when we were doing our consultation call with Miss Teresa. We need to know how long is it going to take?
Right, and it depends. It depends on what type of grant it is. Foundational grants, usually you can submit the grant and you can get your funding sooner. But federal grants, it usually takes longer. Sorry, I am a federal contractor. We just take a little longer because it has to go up through so many chains. But one thing I need to know, don't get a grant out of desperation. Because don't get a grant out of desperation. If you need money now, a grant may not be it. Unless it's a local grant that you know the funder and they say, oh, okay, in 3 weeks, we're going to tell you that you get the grant. Or in a month, we're going to tell you get the grant. Usually on federal contracts, it tells you what, or any grant, it tells you what the award date is. So whatever grant you're trying to apply or pursue, always look in the notice of funding announcement. This is what tells you everything. It tells you your ceiling, your floor of how much you can apply to. Look for the award date, and that'll let you know.
And I think we had a question, Jessica, kind of related to what she's talking about.
And I think you may have hit on it. E.L. Waller saying, what is the typical time frame from hire to propose submitting of a grant? So if they were to hire you.
Okay. Well, I trend to, well, it depends. It depends on if you have all your documentation, because you have to build your grant. If you have all your registration, if you have your SAM, your UEI, if you're on grants.gov, if you have your workspace, do you have your financial audit? Do you have all your documents? If you have all your documents, then with me, I create I call it my 100K framework, because I've used this to get well over 100K. One grant we've used that got 1.3 million, one grant. So I build that. I write about your organization. That takes time because I don't know your organization. So I'm spending time with you, getting your documents, reading through that, creating this. So whatever grant you want to apply to, we're ready. So that takes time. Not a long time, because as I'm doing this, I have my other colleagues, my workers, I hate to call them employees, looking for grants for you. And we create a grant calendar. So every month we know what grant is coming through grants.gov. They post their funding announcement. Foundation posts what they're going to do. So we've already created that. You get a copy of that, and then I say, hey, here are all the grants that is suitable for your organization. Here's the time frame. Let's go. And we create a work plan, and we're on it.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ms. Teresa has dropped some nuggets here. One of them is, don't seek a grant out of desperation.
No.
A major gem. And then I know you were talking about employees, and so we have someone Shamika want to know. I believe she wants to join your team and see how she can join your team. So she's asking, do your boutique train and hire individuals who want to assist individuals in grant writing? Do you need someone on your team, Miss Teresa?
We do. We do train. I do train people. I'm also developing a grant writing course for all you DIYers. Again, I taught 5 grant courses for Cengage, which is Ed2Go. And my students, it wasn't my curriculum, it was theirs. They had a lot of questions. So there was some gaps and stuff in there. So I'm creating a course through that. So
that's what I'm talking about. Here on the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show, we're trying to inspire you to be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So she will teach you how to be a grant writer. How about that? Can someone drop a 100 or a check sign or something? I mean, that's awesome right there. Why be an employee when you can be your own boss?
Right. And I have worked with nonprofits, that you have a nonprofit or you have a business. I have worked with them to develop their own in-house grant writing team. So you will have your own grant writing team in your organization. We train them how to go after grants, and we have grant management. So we have someone, because once you get that grant now, you got to do reports. They have requirements for you. And so we teach you what you need to do for the grant requirements once you receive the grant.
That's an excellent point. That's a gem, because we get the grant and then we think it's all over. But we have work to do. We have reporting to do, things to report back on that grant that you have been awarded. So that is a gem. Don't just think you're going to receive and not have to report back, tracking, keeping up with documentation, reports on how you're utilizing those funds.
Yes, yes. Teresa, we have a new name for you. I just heard you say you did a $1.3 million grant, and I'm sure you've probably done more than one, but
Right.
I think you're the 7-figure grant slayer.
Well, all right.
I like,
goodness.
and you know what? And I'm just saying, this is a first, and I'm just sharing it. We're developing our team. We're trying to get the Millie Club. We want to get.
Okay.
We're gonna try to. We're really working hard to get 10 or more organizations with $1 million or over. So we're really working with that. That's one of our strategic goals to do. We need to get our organization, and I work with another grant writer too, and that's what we want to do. We're trying to get my organization, she's trying to get 10, but 10 organizations to get $1 million or over in grants. Now I already
That's
got
awesome.
2, so I need 8 more.
Well, we claiming our spot. We're going to be one of those grant recipients to receive $1 million in grant money.
I have a couple of them that's real close. I need to write about 2 more grants for them, and they have it.
Can somebody say me? Who's going to be one of the 8? Me.
All right, next question. So, what is the biggest hurdle to getting grants for businesses?
Knowing where to look and not reading and understanding the eligibility requirements. Those are like the major. When you get and I'm gonna give you another little tip. When you get the notice of funding, read it. That is the your guidebook of telling you what the grantor or the funder want. Read it one time, come back, read it again with a highlighter and highlight things in it. Then put it down, come back and read again. Most of the time when I do grant writing, if I'm not familiar, because I do federal contract work, so a lot of note folds I already know about. The ones I'm not familiar with, I do 3 reads. You have to know what the funder is looking for. I cannot stress that more. I have gotten reviewed so many applications where they forget something, or they answer half and didn't do the other half, answer half of the question, didn't write the other. You lose points. You lose, so know what the funder is looking for. Read.
Yes. Read. All right. Next question. What are some common mistakes grant seekers make?
Again, not thoroughly reading the funding announcement. I'm telling you, as a reviewer, we ask for one thing and you put in something else. And I'm like, where is this coming from? They ain't even asked for this. And so reading the funding announcement and following it to the T. Sometimes we want you to be creative and have your magic sparkle in the grant proposal, but we also need for you to follow what the funding announcement says. And also, here's another little secret sauce: not attending the webinars or using the resources the funders give. They have most federal funders, they have webinars, they have resources that you can use and read to help you develop your application. A lot of people don't do it.
Wow.
All right. She's giving away secret sauce, you all. She's spilling tea. She's giving sauce. She's sparkling things all around. So I hope you all are catching and ready and taking note.
All right. We need those questions to come in because we only have 2 left and we're going to be wrapping up shortly. So,
let's see.
Question: what can organizations do to increase the likelihood of repeated grant funding?
Okay, I will tell you, submit at least 3 grant applications. And by submitting 3 or more grant applications to, various funders, you're more likely to receive at least 1 grant. So don't be afraid of your first rejection and take it as a learning curve to improve. Okay, also don't rush the research. But compiling a grant application takes time. So we like to create a work plan with roles and tasks in it. Also, submit a compliant proposal. Again, I've already touched on that. A grant application has 2 parts. It's the substantive content and the packaging of the application, which includes the formatting. So both of those parts must adhere to the funder's guidelines to be compliant. We get it all the time. They write whatever font they want to write in. You lose points. Also, make sure it's coherent and readable. If you submit a poorly written proposal, your application will be unlikely to receive funding. First, the funder may not be able to figure out what you're proposing to do or how you intend to do it. And second, a poorly written proposal can suggest that the thinking behind the proposal may not be clear. They'll say, oh, they don't even know what they're doing. So you got to make sure it's coherent and readable.
Okay. Jess, do we have any questions from the audience? I have one more question, but
let's see. I think I do. If you are applying for your nonprofit, can you still apply for a nonprofit grant? Let me see. If you're applying for your nonprofit, and can I still apply for a nonprofit grant?
Okay, let me give you a little tidbit. There are short form and long form. Like I say, you don't apply for a grant out of desperation. But if there's a grant that you really, really, really want, I would tell you do the short form. Get your nonprofit and work on your long form. Okay? Get your short form so you can profit the grant and then get your long form. Because I had a friend that did that. She got her short form. We were able to get her some funding. And then she went on and applied for the long form because I think there's a time limit on that. I don't work for the IRS, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have 2 more questions. Let's see. What are some key things someone should look for in an individual or a grant writer before they hire a person or company?
Okay. When you hire a grant writer, keep it, like I say, we don't know your business. So you have to find someone who's willing to take the time to learn about everything you do, your products and your services. Also, I would, if you find a grant writer that works on commission only, I will be a little leery of that. Some may only require payment if you win the grant, but they want a specific percentage of the total grant money. So this goes against federal funding guidelines and it's unethical. So I will be leery of that too. And if you find out, if the government find out, there's a chance that you could lose the grant if the organization gave it to someone on that basis. So, so just be aware of that. We are more than just regurgitators of information, So just be aware, because someone working on commission and a percentage of the grant, that's unethical, and it goes against federal funding guidelines. So just be aware.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm talking about some serious tea has been spilled here tonight. If you all agree, can you all put a check mark in the chat? Also, if you agree, go ahead and hit the subscribe button there on your page to subscribe to the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show YouTube channel, because listen, we want to inform you. We want to make sure you have the tools, the resources, the knowledge you need to be successful and a successful entrepreneur in these streets, right? All right.
All right, we got one last question and we're going to be wrapping up. So, Teresa, if you had to give 3 key pieces of advice to our audience on tonight as takeaways, what would it be?
Know what you need before you begin. I would tell you, create a needs list and then prioritize that list. Then another thing would be read and understand. I know I said it several times. The notice of funding announcement. I'm gonna need you to pay close attention to the eligibility and the criteria sections. Okay. And the third one, seek help from a professional. If you're serious about expanding your business and getting that grant fund, budget for a grant writer. You know, applying for grants, that's a competitive process. And if you're going to win grants, you have to be great at giving the foundations what they want, giving the funders what they want. So those are my three.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, you heard it from the grant expert herself. Miss Teresa, could you please tell the individuals here tonight how they can connect with you, how they can utilize your services? I saw someone in the chat box, they wanted to know the pricing of that class to teach them to become a grant writer. So listen, tell the people how they can reach you.
Well, I'm on LinkedIn, and most of my businesses, I get on LinkedIn. I'm Teresa Pelham. You'll see me, the grant and funding strategist. I'm also, you can do info at thegrantsboutique.com. And you can, the admin and stuff will get you in and get you to me. So I'm on Facebook, Teresa Pelham. I'm on Instagram, Teresa Pelham. But do LinkedIn first, because I'm in the business of writing grants. So do LinkedIn. I check that mostly.
Also on Teresa has been very, very generous on tonight. She has donated two 30-minute free consultations that we're going to talk about how you can get access to that. So we got two people tonight who she has donated free 30-minute consultation. So Jessica will be telling you about how you can get access to that in a few minutes.
All right. So again, thank you, Miss Teresa, for gracing our virtual stage and dropping nuggets, gems, sprinkling sparkle, spilling sauce, all of that on tonight here on the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show. Can we please, in the audience, give her some claps, some in the audience to show our appreciation, our love, our thanks for you for taking your time out and sharing with us on this evening. Thank you. All right. So before we wrap up, Ishonda and I, again, we created this platform because we wanted to help individuals, aspiring entrepreneurs, current entrepreneurs, get access to resources that will benefit you in your business. And so we want to share with you on tonight, if you know it's time to diversify your income, we can help you avoid the headaches, the hassles that come along with being a professional and starting up a new business. And so we have heard from you all. This is our third episode. We're on different platforms doing different trainings, and we heard from our viewers. And so we're excited tonight to share with you what we have coming forward, our senior care business summer school. So school class is in session for a crash summer course. If you're ready to start your senior care business, if you're ready to enter the billion-dollar industry, if you're ready to make a difference in the baby boomers' lives, if you're ready to be a 6-figure, 7-figure business earner, we want to help you. We're all about sharing knowledge, our expertise, resources. So we have 4 courses that we're going to be doing in our summer session. And let me share those with you. The session is going to start June 16th. Look at we're going to drop a link. So that 4 weeks, June 16th, if you're looking to learn about a proven business model, we're going to give you the strategies. We're going to give you the X and the O's on how to build a proven business in the senior care industry. Who wants to know about that? Let me see you in the chat. And then we're going to come back on June 30th, and we're going to show you how to thrive with a recession-proof senior care business.
That's right.
We see all these fly-by-night businesses coming up, leaving, that we have here in the senior care industry. This is a recession-proof business. This is a $1 billion industry. The baby boomers are just about to crest. They're calling it the silver tsunami. So if you want to learn how to thrive in this recession-proof senior care business, we have the tea for you. Let's see what we have on. Are we still on? We're still on? Okay. I've went out, but we're still on. So week 3, July the 7th, we have a class on how to position your senior care business for 7-figure return on investment.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Who is ready for that? A 7-figure return on investment. And then we're going to close out the summer session with the one thing you need to know, one thing you need in your senior care business. And
but nobody's talking about it. Yeah. That's the catch there. It's the one thing people need to know
that no one's talking about.
Nobody's talking about it.
So listen, we want to help you. We want to give you what you need, what you've been asking for, right?
That's right.
You have it here in the summer session, a 4-week crash course on how you can be a 6-figure, 7-figure business owner in a recession-proof industry, the senior care business industry. And so we're excited about it. Whitney, can you drop the link? Did you drop the link on how they can register for this class? You don't want to miss it. Share it with your friends because listen, we're the senior care experts. When we were doing it 15 years ago, we had no one to tell us what roadblocks to expect, what resources to take advantage of, how to be successful, how to grow, what's the X and O's, what's the strategy. And so we want to help you as mentors, coaches. We want to help you do that in your business. And so if you're ready, only if you're ready, we have a special that we're going to be running tonight for 48 hours. Ishonda said that we're going to be giving away 2 30-minute grant consultation calls with Miss Teresa. So if you sign up for the senior care summer session, you will be, if you're the first 2 to sign up.
Yes.
First 2, right?
The first 2.
You will receive that free consultation call.
Yes.
So,
and everyone that signs up will receive a 30-minute consultation call from our team, from someone from our team. So that is what we are, the value that we are adding on tonight for those who register for the summer series.
So let me tell you this, because I left this off. This is regular price $199, but for you all tonight, we're doing a special for $149. So you're going to get 4 courses that will give you exponential value and exponential resources in your senior care business. Because if you're struggling, if you're at a roadblock, if you need the X and O's, you need the strategies.
Yeah.
You need to know what it is in the senior care business that no one's talking about. You need to be in these sessions.
And you want to get your return on investment, right?
Because I saw someone say 7-figure return. That's right. A Smith, a 7-figure return.
Yes.
Now, if you're ready, only if you're ready, then you need to meet us June 16th. Summer session will be in. School will be in. Let's ring the bell because we're going to be dropping some nuggets. We're going to be sprinkling some sauce. We're going to be sprinkling some sparkle. We're going to be doing all of that in the class. So you don't want to miss it.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So if there is nothing else, let me tell you about our next event. You all love the Green Table Talk, Senior Care Talk Show.
How many people have been on here more than once? Because I know this is our third one. So I'm just interested in the chat. If you can tell us if you have attended more than one Green Table Senior Care Talk Show, let us know in the chat.
And the information that has been displayed on the Green Table, has it been beneficial to you? Has it been eye-opening to you? We just want to know because we want you all to be, we're excited about our next event.
Yeah.
This is going to be an in-person pop-up networking event. And tell them the topic. I'm just so excited. Tell them the topic that we're going to be talking about in this pop-up networking event that's going to take place August 18th. Put it on your calendar, August the 18th.
Save the date.
Yes. At 6 p.m., we're going to be in Atlanta, ATL, at the Gathering Spot.
That's right.
And let me tell you, it's only 50 seats available. So it's limited. So you don't want to sleep on this. Tell them the topic.
We're going to be talking about how you can create 8 streams of income with your business.
Woo. Did you hear that?
We ain't playing.
Let the dollars fall. Let me see some money bags. Let me see the smiley face with the money coming out. Something. If you're ready to see how to earn 8 streams, not 1, not 3, not 4, but 8 streams of income in your business, you need to be in the room.
Yep. We're
going to have some experts and they're going to be spilling tea everywhere. We're going to be sparkling. We're going to be glittering. It's going to be like gold. Let me tell you, you don't want to sleep on this. So we're going to be sharing more. Stay connected. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's Innovative Senior Solutions or Senior Care Consultants. We're here.
That's right.
We're your senior care experts, and we want to help you. I see the dollar signs. Now, if you're ready, because some people are not ready for 8 streams of income. Some people are not ready to be a 6 to 7-figure business owner, and that's okay. That's okay. But if you are ready, I'm talking to you. And so if you're ready, I'll need you all to be in the room on August the 18th. And if you want to join the senior care industry, or if you're already in the senior care industry and you're just at a roadblock, and you need strategy, you need fresh ideas.
That's right.
Be in the summer session, June 16th. 48 hours, the special goes off, $149. All right. I think that's it. Ishana, do we have anything else that we need to share on tonight?
Let's see. Do we have anything else?
Let's see. They're asking Whitney, what's the promo code? It's showing $199.
All right. Whitney will be addressing that. Summer.
Oh, summer is the promo code. We're talking about summer school, so why not? There's only right. Summer is the promo code. 48 hours, share it with a friend. We want to help. If you have senior care business owner friends, share it. We want to help you be successful in the senior care industry. So anything else?
Well, Teresa, again, thank you for joining us. We're going to invite you back next year when you get those 7-figure grant dollars for us. And we're
Working on it.
We're going to have to share that story. So thank you. All right. And thank you, audience. Thank you, everyone, for attending on tonight. We'll be sending out emails, so we'll make sure you get all the information about everything that we have coming up. So the summer school series, #1 is on deck. And then our next Green Table Talk, Senior Cares Talk Show will be in August, face-to-face, in person at the Gathering Spot.
So listen, the promo for the summer session, the summer school is summer. I see you in the chat, and I see Emily says she's paid. She's for real about this thing. And so if you for real, and if you have done it, go ahead and put paid.
Yeah.
If you bold and you ready and you said the time is now, let's go ahead and do it. I love people like Emily. We don't have time to play. Yes, the promo code is summer, and you'll get it from $149. So if you in these entrepreneur streets and you ready to be a 6 to 7-figure business owner in the $1 billion industry, come holler at your girls. June 16th. We ready. Are you ready?
Right.
So thank you all. We appreciate you all. And we'll see you June 16th in summer session. If not, we'll see you on August the 18th. Stay tuned and you'll see how you can secure your seats. Thank you and have a great evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.